everybody, we are back. My next guest has appeared in numerous films, including Adaptation, Office Space, and Swingers. Settle down, fellas. Currently, he plays Sarah Jessica Parker's boyfriend on the HBO series Sex and the City. Please welcome Ron Livingston. You two know each other, I take it.
Do you have as big a crush on this woman as I do?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
yes, I
marvelous.
do.
I adore you.
I've told you that before, but I was drunk. I want to say it sober.
Thank you.
I'll tell you later.
You're sober?
Yeah.
Usually the second guest is drunk. That's one of the fun things about being the second guest. Now, things are going so well for you now, and we'll talk about that. But because they're going well now, it gives us a license to explore a little earlier in your career. When things were difficult, we've all had tough gigs before we had this show. Before we got our respective shows. But you sound like you had the toughest. You had to work in a Captain Crunch suit. Is that right?
Yes, I did. That's actually, it was kind of the inspiration for the Goofy bit in Swingers, because Jon Favreau, it's when I met Jon Favreau.
Right.
And I believe Horatio Sands of SNL was also one of the five. A couple other buddies got
Five of you. There were 5 in different costumes?
Yeah, it was part of it was a very complex campaign that I'm sure all the Quakers behind it had something figured out, but it was who's the real captain?
Right. Oh, so you were all playing different Captain Crunches.
Yeah, we were different sort of. We had these 8-foot foam suits that we would wear, and we did we'd go to boat shows.
I thought the whole idea of a boat show is that it's women in bikinis walking around, and you had to be in a giant foam Captain Crunch suit.
Yeah, I think he's like he is a commissioned naval officer, so I think maybe that had something to do with it.
Let's not talk about the captain in serious nautical terms.
Okay, all right.
I love that you would. It'd be great if you had walked around in the captain's suit saying, "I'm a naval officer. I've served this country well." Those things get kind of smelly after a while,
Yeah,
don't they?
you can wring them out by the end of the night. Well, we did
Those Quakers aren't so happy now with your little story.
They're not liking that at all. We did a basketball game, actually. There were 5 of us. We did a halftime exhibition game against some 5th grade suburban all-stars or something at the halftime of a DePaul Blue Demons, like a big NCAA game.
So you guys, dressed as Captain Crunches in giant foam suits, played a bunch of 5th graders.
Yeah.
That's the saddest thing I think I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it gets sadder because the suits...
It gets sadder.
I swear to...
That's my favorite sentence in any interview. But wait, it gets sadder.
Well, the Captain Crunch only has 3 fingers, It's,
There was an accident at sea, I take it, yeah.
Right.
Arr!
And you can't raise your arms above the shoulders either.
Right.
Which makes it very difficult to run an effective offense.
Right.
We found. But we were a punishing physical team, and we made them pay in the paint. We figured if they were going to win it, they'd have to do it at the foul line.
Right. Don't mess with the captain, I always say.
No.
Don't mess with the captain.
No.
Now, you are from Iowa, is that right?
That's right.
And then now you're working and living in Manhattan in New York City.
That's right.
That's got to be like going from one planet to another planet. It's such a polar opposite, New York, isn't it?
It's very different. The people here, it's you know what it is? I think it's you don't know what it is, actually. How could you possibly know what it is?
No, that's why I asked you, buddy.
Yes,
but then
right. There's a certain thing in the Midwest where everybody is.
I'm from Ohio, so I
Yeah, all right.
have
Then
that
you
thing.
totally understand that.
Oh, good. See?
Where are you
I
from?
understand.
I'm from Boston.
All right. So
I was born in Boston.
You were born in Boston.
Yes, so I have something in common with both of you.
Yeah. So you grew up with.
Well, let's all get it on then, I think.
Well, you get the polite thing.
Yes,
right?
I do.
You get the sort of nice thing.
Absolutely.
So is that? So it's better then if you're living in the Midwest and everyone's polite. Is that right?
No, it's terrible because the reason that everybody's polite is because there's if you grew up in a town and you have 6 people and then you piss off 5 of them, you're done.
Right. You're done in that town.
Right. The one guy left just looks at you and goes, sorry, pal. And what can I do? New York. There's 100 million people here, so you can burn 60 people a day, and
Great attitude.
Yeah. I
That's
love
a
New
great,
York.
That's what I do. I just walk around and randomly hit people. I think, I won't see them again.
That was you.
That was you I hit. Yeah, exactly. Now, Sex and the City, of course, this has been a huge thing for you, and people really like you in this role. Are you finding that most of the fans that approach you are women? Or is that a misconception?
Well, you know what? Women really, really love the show. The women will approach you. The guys will sort of be like, hey, oh, yeah. And then they'll pretend like they didn't recognize it, you know? Because a lot of guys will say that they don't watch the show, they don't watch Sex and the City. I think they're full of it. I think it's like in the same way that guys say that they don't read Cosmopolitan magazine, you know? But if it's in the bathroom and the door's closed and, you know, you want to find out about the 12 ways she's going to blow your mind, you know? Don't you?
Yes.
What if I'm, well, you know, what if I'm missing like 4 of them?
You want to make sure you get them
I'm
all.
not going to leave them out. You know?
I'll admit, I check out Cosmo every now and then. When I'm lured in by some of those headlines and some of those topics, I check it out.
It's kind of hard to, you know, it's so fun, but I wouldn't buy it.
You wouldn't buy it? No, the thing is, you buy other magazines. You get like a couple of Sports Illustrated.
Right,
Get
exactly.
Me
You kinda
Macho
hide it
Guy
underneath.
magazine.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, that sounds gay. But anyway, I want one of those and one of those, and then you just throw a Cosmo in there, and then you go home and you check out, all those articles about enhance your, whatever.
Yeah, when you're done with Soldier of Fortune, Guns and Ammo.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. This is good. I think a lot of guys, we've helped a lot of guys watching at home right now.
And Condé Nast.
Exactly.
I think,
right.
At the same time.
And the Quakers.
Yeah.
Sex and the City airs Sunday nights at 9 on HBO. And look for the movie The Cooler in November.
Yep.
That's going to be out there. Thanks a lot for being here.
Pleasure, Conan.
Nice to have you. Ron Livingston, everybody. Good Lord. We'll be right back with Hot, Hot Heat. Get your hands off her. All right, we are back. My next guests are here with a song from their latest album, Make Up the Breakdown. Please welcome all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia, Hot, Hot Heat. Hey, that was great. Hey, great job. That was great. Hey, thanks for doing it. Hey, thank you very much. Hot, Hot Heat, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Well, everybody, that's our show. Do want to thank all my guests. Big thanks to Ron Livingston. Thank you very much. You're a good man.
Thanks for having me.
Continued success to you.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Alice and Janney for being here. Big thanks to Hot, Hot Heat for performing. Mr. Jimmy Vivino and the Max Weinberg 7. Take your last call with Carson Daly. We'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend.